In the misty suburbs of Seattle, where the perpetual drizzle seemed to wash away the colors of everyday life, Emily Carter lived in a state of quiet unrest. At 35, with her auburn hair often pulled into a practical ponytail, she worked as a graphic designer for a downtown firm. Her husband, Mark, 37, was a reliable software engineer at Microsoft, spending his days fixing code glitches. They had met at the University of Washington, fallen into a routine of coffee dates and weekend hikes, and married soon after. Their family grew with Sophie in 2018, a spirited 7-year-old with her father's piercing blue eyes, and Jack in 2023, a chubby 2-year-old whose giggles filled the mornings. Their home on Maple Drive was a picture of suburban perfection, a 2-story colonial with a neatly manicured lawn, a backyard swing set creaking in the wind, and a loyal golden retriever named Buddy, who bounded to greet Mark every evening. Family dinners were a staple. Spaghetti twirled on forks as Sophie chattered about school and Mark shared bits of tech news. But beneath the surface, Emily felt like a ghost in her own life. Mark's affections had become mechanical, his conversations revolving around promotions and household bills. "I love you," he'd say absently, but the words echoed empty, leaving her yearning for something more vibrant, more alive. Across the lake in upscale Bellevue, Alexander Alex Thompson mirrored her discontent in his own polished world. At 38, with sharp, chiseled features and charisma that commanded boardrooms, he was a senior marketing executive at Amazon. His wife, Laura, 36, was a dedicated third-grade teacher whose gentle warmth drew children to her like a magnet. They were high school sweethearts from Portland, relocating to Seattle for Alex's career ascent. Their daughter, Mia, born in 2016, was a precocious 9-year-old dreaming of becoming an astronaut, while son Ethan, 5, collected rocks and bugs with endless curiosity. The Thompson home on Elm Street radiated coziness. Knitted blankets draped over sofas, walls adorned with family photos from trips to Disneyland and Yellowstone, and the scent of Laura's homemade apple pies wafting through the air. Yet the passion had dimmed. Intimacy was routine, discussion superficial. Alex carried a restless hunger for intensity, a connection that could reignite his soul. Destiny intertwined their paths at a corporate retreat in the Cascade Mountains, Leavenworth, where Emily's design firm collaborated with Alex's team. Amid team-building exercises and strategy sessions, they were paired for a scavenger hunt through pine-laden trails. Conversation flowed like a hidden stream, Emily sharing her deferred art dreams, Alex confessing his wanderlust. "What's the one thing you'd change?" he asked, his stormy eyes locking onto hers. "To feel truly seen," she replied softly. That evening by the bonfire, under a blanket of stars, their hands brushed, sending sparks through the cool air. Contact began innocently, professional emails about campaign visuals. But soon, texts turned intimate. Shared lunches at Pike Place Market lingered with fingers entwined under tables. The first kiss exploded in Alex's car during a sudden downpour, passion crashing like thunder. From there, the affair escalated. Stolen afternoons in Olympia motels, weekends masked as business trips. Emily lied to Mark about late nights at the office. Alex told Laura of client dinners. In tangled sheets, they whispered confessions. "You're my oxygen," Alex murmured, tracing her skin. "I can't breathe without you," Emily replied, her voice trembling with need. The double life began to crack them. Emily arrived late to Sophie's school play, her mind still replaying Alex's touch. Alex was distracted at Mia's birthday party, sneaking glances at his phone. Guilt shadowed every moment. The innocence in Sophie's questions about Mommy's work trips, the family drawings Mia proudly presented that now felt like indictments. In hushed conversations, they dreamed of a life unburdened. "If only we could start over," Emily said one night, tears glistening. Alex's eyes darkened with resolve. "We can, but it means sacrificing everything." The word sacrifice became their dark mantra. Over glasses of wine in a secluded rental cabin, they hatched a plan born of delusion and desperation. Alex scoured the internet incognito for untraceable methods, poisons mimicking natural deaths, alibis airtight. Emily, with her precise designer's mind, sketched timelines. "For our love, They justified, convincing themselves it was mercy for all. Alex acted first on Laura. He chose oleander from their garden, grinding its leaves into a fine powder and stirring it into her morning smoothie. "Try this new recipe," he said with a forced smile, handing her the glass. She sipped trustingly, complimenting the flavor. Hours later, as the children slept, convulsions racked her body. Alex held her, feigning panic as he dialed 911 just a beat too late. The coroner ruled it an undetected allergy. At the funeral, under a relentless rain, Laura's students left wilting flowers on her casket. Mia clung to Alex, her small frame shaking. "Promise you won't leave us too, Daddy," she whispered. His tears were real, a toxic mix of sorrow and twisted relief. Emily's voice on a secret call that night soothed him. "Soon, my love, will be free." Emily's turn came swiftly. Knowing Mark's severe peanut allergy, she baked a batch of cookies, lacing his with hidden oil while keeping the others safe. "Special ones just for you," she said, watching him bite in. His throat swelled rapidly. The EpiPen she had misplaced was nowhere to be found. Emergency services arrived to a tragic scene. Authorities called it a heartbreaking mix-up. At the wake, Sophie's tiny hand tugged Emily's sleeve. "When's Daddy coming home, Mommy?" Emily's voice cracked as she lied. "He's with the angels now, sweetie." Inside, triumph war with torment. They waited 6 months to avoid suspicion, selling homes under the guise of escaping memories. Then, they met through fabricated mutual friends and relocated to a cozy cabin on the Olympic Peninsula, overlooking crashing waves. The blended family started with promise. Mornings of shared breakfast, Mia teaching Sophie about stars, Ethan and Jack chasing butterflies in wildflower meadows. Emily and Alex made love under moonlit skies, vowing eternity. "Our sacrifice was worth it," Alex whispered, pulling her close. But paradise fractured like thin ice. The children sensed the undercurrents. Mia grew withdrawn, staring at old photos of Laura with silent accusation. Ethan regressed, wetting the bed and asking endless questions about his real mommy. Sophie's nightmares filled the nights with screams from Mark. Jack became clingy, his toddler hands gripping Emily as if she might dissolve. Guilt festered in the adults, too. Emily unearthed a forgotten letter from Mark in a moving box. "You're my world, Em. Forever." Tears blurred the ink. Alex discovered Laura's journal, pages brimming with unwavering love. "Alex is my rock. Our family is my everything." The unraveling peaked on a stormy Thanksgiving night. Thunder shook the cabin as Emily and Alex argued in low tones about their growing regrets. Unbeknownst to them, Mia had overheard fragments and pieced together the puzzle from sneaky tablet searches, news clippings, timelines aligning with the accidents. Rage ignited. She burst into the room, phone in hand with damning emails. "You killed them. For what?" "This fake family." Alex lunged to explain, but Mia grabbed a kitchen knife in panic. In the scuffle, Ethan wandered in sleepily, knocking over a lit candle. Flames licked the curtains, spreading like their sins. Sirens pierced the night as firefighters saved the children. Emily and Alex escaped with singed skin, but the blaze exposed more than wood. It ignited an investigation. Digital trails led Alex's poison research. A mechanic testified suspicious break were on Mark's car. Reopened autopsies revealed oleander traces and peanut inconsistencies. The trials in Seattle's King County Courthouse became a media spectacle. Lovers' deadly pact splashed across headlines. Emily and Alex sat shackled, their once passionate gazes now filled with mutual blame. The children's testimonies were daggers, Mia's steady voice. "They chose each other over us, and it broke everything." Convictions for manslaughter and conspiracy followed, with life sentences in separate prisons. Custody shifted. Sophie and Jack to Mark's sister in Portland, Mia and Ethan to Laura's parents in Spokane. In her cell at the Washington Correction Center for Women, Emily stared at faded photos of her children, their smiles haunting her like ghosts. Letters arrived sporadically. Sophie's teenage scrawl, "I hate what you did, but I miss the mom I knew." Alex at Monroe Correctional Complex, reread Mia's words. "You destroyed us. Was she worth it?" Regret, gnawed relentlessly. As the last echoes of their whispered confessions faded into the void, the world spun on, indifferent to the carnage of misplaced passion. Emily's noose tightened like the grip of fate she once defied, her final breath a silent scream for the innocents she slaughtered. Alex, hollowed by the blade of his own making, bled out in the cold steel of the cell, his eyes fixed on a phantom horizon where love promised paradise but delivered only hell. The children, scattered like ashes in the wind, Sophie etching her rage into canvases of blood-red fury, Jack mending fractured souls while his own splintered, Ethan dissecting truths in labs to escape the lies that birthed him, Mia hunting shadows in courtrooms, her heart a fortress against the betrayal that forged her. In the ruins of that forsaken cabin, overgrown and forgotten, the ghosts of Mark and Laura lingered, their unspoken accusations howling to the pines. Was our blood the price of your fleeting fire? Love, that treacherous siren, had not united but annihilated, leaving behind a legacy of shattered lives and echoing voids, a testament that some flames consume everything they touch, until nothing remains but the acrid smoke of regret.